Hey everybody, so this video is about why I decided to 100% cut reselling out of everything that I've done. And for me, reselling has been a big portion of what I've been doing as far as like side hustles and anything like that since the pandemic. That's about when I started. It's literally when I started. Was right when the pandemic hit, so in 2020. And then in 2020, I'd say about $75,000 or so in resale. It was big, right? And then I realized that you couldn't scale it up past that point. You can scale it and it's nice, and then it was nice for a bit, right? And then I realized, okay, but then you're doing a lot of work for 75K. That was listing like 100 listings per day. That was going through. I had eBay, Mercari, Etsy, Pinterest, like name it, I had it, right? I'm showing you Mercari right now because this is the last one that I've had, like the last active one. And then this is kind of honestly flat out what killed it for me is, so you can see in up until March and through March I was having sales, right? Like March, like it's good. So March 2nd, March 9th, March 20th, March 22nd, right? And then March 23rd, and then all of a sudden May 18th, like March to May, I just like my sales just fell off a cliff, like flat. I don't know, like out of nowhere, like boom, I get no more sales. I don't know why. Like, and then the same thing. I had this in an Etsy store, and I closed them. Like, so at this point, I'm done with both. Both are shut down. This still has active listings, but I don't have any of the products available, so I need to shut this down, right? And I'm going to immediately after this. But so this is just the last one that I'm shutting down. 98 reviews. You can see I've had this for years, right? Like lots of sales, and then my eBay is even more, right? But I've shut that down a while. I shut eBay down a while ago just because it's the cost, right? Like this Mercari I was keeping for a while because I don't have to pay. For the listings. That's the bottom line, right? Like I don't have to pay anything at all until it's sold, and I like that. That's what's kept me with Mercari for a long time. But like at the point where I have to hold inventory for like 2 months, 3 months to get one sale, I can't do it. Like I literally can't do it, right? And so that's kind of the situation that I've found myself in with this, and why I've decided to move on from it. And so, to me, I think that there's a few reasons as to why it has occurred. I think that one, it's oversaturated. I think that just way too many people have gotten into this, especially like around the pandemic. People were talking about how this is the greatest thing ever, and because people were like, I was rolling in, everyone was rolling in it, right? And then there's just a huge explosion, and I think it became a fad to get into a reselling, and then so it's just like at that point, I just like it's the bubble has burst 1,000,000%, right? And then I try to stay 1,000,000% ahead of trends and ahead of this, and like at this point, like I'm not making money on reselling. I'll tell you personally, so I've moved 100% away from physical products. And I've been a fan for a long time of digital products, right? Just because I mean, if you break it down, right, like a widget is a widget, right? It doesn't matter what a widget is. We're talking about widgets, and then so if it's a digital widget or a physical widget, they're both widgets. But a digital widget is a lot easier to produce, a lot easier to package, a lot easier to sell than a physical widget is. And then so to me, like I like dealing with digital widgets, and then so I'm all in on digital widgets, and then I have been for a while, and that's kind of like where I am going full track and full bore. So I'm 100% out of the reselling business. I don't see it dying down. Like I see like Goodwill prices are increasing, right? Like Goodwills are closing. Like I think that it's a flat out implosion and bubble burst, which is good, right? I don't know, like I think like you shouldn't be min maxing it to the point like where like I have a lot of good childhood memories from like going to the flea market and things like that. Like, and it's like it was a good part of my childhood. And then at the point where it's min maxed out, like that's all gone, right? Like that flea market experience of my childhood no longer exists. So maybe it should exist, right? It needs to go back to that. So hopefully at some point it'll come full circle around. But I won't be back into it, and then so I'm out of it. I'm out of this business, If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.